everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our Daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our Daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 21st of January 2022. Starting with very first question, the bilateral trade between India and China in 2021 dashed from that of last year 2020. So basically we have to identify that the trade between India and China has increased, decreased or remained same. Actually the two-way trade between India and China in the year 2021 stood at $125.66 billion at an increase of 43.3% from 2020 when the trade was worth $87.6 billion. Okay, now talking about some more data, in 2021 China's exports to India were $97.52 billion, which is up to 46.2%, while China imported $28.14 billion worth of goods from India, and it was an increase of 34.2%. So trade deficit between the two countries was in the favor of China at $69 billion. Okay, so we can obviously say that the trade has increased between India and China. Now last month we have seen that since the trade between India and Bhutan rose from $484 million in 2014 to 15 to now $1,083 million in 2020-21, and that's why India and Bhutan will have 7 additional entry and exit points for trade as part of measures to increase the trade connectivity. Okay, now talking about China, let's see some of the important things why it was in news. First of all, it has recently built an artificial moon research facility to simulate low gravity environment using magnetism. Okay, then also China was in news because of artificial sun, because it has set a new world record after superheating a loop of plasma to temperature 5 times hotter than the actual sun for more than 17 minutes. Okay, so the EAST, which stands for Experimental Advanced Superconducting Tokamak Nuclear Fusion Reactor, maintained a temperature of nearly 158 million degree Fahrenheit, or you can say 70 million degrees Celsius, for approximately 1056 seconds. So do remember that they have smashed the previous record set by France in 2003, where plasma in a coiling loop remained at similar temperature for just 390 seconds. Okay. Now apart from all these things, we have also seen that Turkmenistan has recently ordered the experts to find a method to extinguish a fire in the Darwaza gas crater, also known as gateway to hell. Who is the president of Turkmenistan? Mr. Gurbanguly, and capital of Turkmenistan is Ashgabat. Now you have to tell me, the DART mission is related to which organization? Please answer me in the comments. Also don't forget to write the full form of DART. Question number 2. Rozgar mission is the recent initiative of which particular state? So the government of Chhattisgarh has decided to set up an employment mission which is to be headed by the Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel. And the Chhattisgarh Rozgar mission will have Chief Secretary and Principal Secretary as the Vice Chairman and CEO respectively. And it aims to create around 15 lakh job opportunities in the state in the next 5 years by leveraging expertise of premier institutions such as IITs and IIMs. Okay. Now let's see some of the important things why Chhattisgarh was in news. First of all, it was declared as the first ODF state of the country. Then it occupies first place in Safai Mitra Safety Challenge 2021. Also, it ranked 6th among 36 states and union territories of the country in World Bank's Ease of Doing Business ranking for the year 2022-21. Do remember that the Ease of Doing Business report is from World Bank. Then it is also in news because of a campaign named as Nyay Aapke Dwar Abhiyan. So objective is to bring awareness among the people about the law in the state. So information related to domestic violence will be provided at the village level under Hamar Angan Yojana. Okay. Now in the month of October, Chhattisgarh government also launched the Millet Mission with the objective of making the state a millet hub of India. Hence 14 districts of Chhattisgarh have signed Memorandum of Understanding with Hyderabad-based Indian Institute of Millets to boost production of millets in their respective areas. Okay. Then also Chhattisgarh was in news because of a scheme named as Rajiv Gandhi Gramin Bhumihin Majdoor Nyay Yojana. So under this, 6,000 rupees will be provided to each of the 12 lakh landless laborers to benefit them along with their families. Okay. Now you have to tell me Atmanirbhar Krishi Yojana and Atmanirbhar Bagwani Yojana belong to which particular state? Question number 3. Gyanodaya Godda is a school education initiative of which particular state? So this is a school education initiative launched by Acovation along with Jharkhand's Godda district administration and other partners. So it aims to enhance infrastructure and resources at schools, and the initiative has been named for the Silver Award recently at the prestigious National E-Governance Award during the 24th National E-Governance Conference that was held in Hyderabad. So Mon district of Nagaland won the national award under the category of use of ICT in the management of COVID-19. Do remember this point, okay? Now talking about Jharkhand, it was in news few days back because of an initiative named as Safe and Responsible Migration Initiative. So it aims for a systematic registration of the migrant workers in the source as well as in the destination district. So this program will basically help the state to analyze the movement of people through a formal structure. And also the state government of Jharkhand has decided to set up 2 labor consulates in Ladakh and in Kerala. Okay. Now apart from it, legendary Kathak dancer Pandit Birju Maharaj passed away recently at the age of 83. And also he is known as Pandit Ji and Maharaj Ji by his disciples. So he is regarded as one of the India's best known artists. Also he was awarded the Sangeet Natak Academy Award in the year 1964 and Padma Vibhushan in 1986. Also he was awarded the National Film Award for Best Choreography. Okay. So you can be asked that Pandit Birju Maharaj, who passed away recently, was associated with which dance? Answer would be Kathak. Also recently, the social worker Shanti Devi from the state of Odisha has passed away at the age of 88 years. So in the state of Odisha, she founded the Seva Samaj Ashram to run her movement of providing education to the tribal girls, and in the year 2021, she was awarded with Padma Shri by President Ramnath Kovind. Okay. So you can be asked that Shanti Devi, who recently passed away, was a social worker from which particular state? Answer would be Odisha. Question number 4. Repose, one of the winners of the National Startup Award 2021, is associated with which field? So Ministry of Commerce and Industry named the top 46 Indian startups and presented them National Startup Award 2021. So 150 entrepreneurs presented their policy recommendations at the virtual gathering presided by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So Pune-based Repose won this award in the energy distribution category for their door-to-door delivery of fuel. Okay. Now talking about some of the important awards, Sumit Bhale has recently won the gold medal at the International Folk Art Festival. Then Shelyn Ford is the winner of Mrs. World 2022 and she belonged to America. Then India's Navdeep Kaur has recently won the award for the best national costume at the prestigious Mrs. World 2022 that was held in Las Vegas, and she is the winner of Mrs. India World 2021 as well. She belonged to Odisha. Now apart from all these things, last month we have seen that the Forbes has released the rankings of 100 most powerful women of the world, and the first position was occupied by Mackenzie Scott, who is the former wife of Jeff Bezos. Then second position was occupied by Vice President of USA, Kamala Harris, and third was Head of European Central Bank, Christiane Lagarde. Do remember that India's Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, was ranked at 37th position. And talking about some of the important brand ambassadors, Amitabh Bachchan has become the brand ambassador of Amway India. Then Maharashtra government is to appoint Salman Khan as the COVID vaccination ambassador. Also, Smriti Mandhana has been signed as brand ambassador of GUI. And now you have to tell me, who is the brand ambassador of TriFit? Adi Mahotsav. Please write your answers in the comments. Question number 5. Where is India's first BHEL-built coal to methanol pilot plant located? So Union Minister for Heavy Industries, Mahendra Nath Pandey, has inaugurated India's first BHEL-built coal to methanol pilot plant at Hyderabad. So this 0.25 tons per day capacity CTM pilot plant has been indigenously designed, developed and installed by Bharat Heavy Electronics Limited, and it is producing methanol with purity of more than 99% from high ash Indian coal. Now apart from it, the Union Ministry of Power has revised the guidelines and standards for charging infrastructure for electric vehicles. So as per the new guidelines, any individual or entity is free to set up the public charging stations without the requirement of a license, provided that such stations meet the technical and safety standards and protocols. Okay, so you can be asked that as per the standards for charging infrastructure for the electric vehicles, who can set up a public charging station? Answer would be any individual or entity. Now apart from it, the Indian government has invited applications from 100 academia, research and development organization, startups and MSMEs under its C2S program. What is it? Chips to Startup. So it aims to train 85,000 engineers in the area of very large scale integration and embedded system design. So CDAC, which is a Center for Development of Advanced Computing, which is a scientific society operating under Ministry of Electronics and IT, will serve as the nodal agency for this program. Okay. So if you are asked that which is the nodal agency for the Chips to Startup program, answer would be CDAC. Now apart from it, India released the commemorative postal stamp on COVID-19 vaccination to mark the first anniversary of the country's national immunization program. So the stamp shows a health worker inoculating a senior citizen with co-vaccine, and within a span of 1 year, India has administered more than 156 crore doses. And talking about co-vaccine, it was developed by Hyderabad-based Bharat Biotech in collaboration with the Indian Council of Medical Research. Question number 6. Who is the first Indian to win an Indian Open men's singles title on debut? So Lakshya Sen became the first Indian to win an Indian Open men's singles title on debut as he defeated the reigning world champion Lo Kian Yu in the finals. So this is Lakshya Sen's first Super 500 title on the BWF Tour, and earlier he had won the bronze in the 2021 World Championships. Do remember that Satvik Siraj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty became the first team from the country to win the men's doubles title earlier. Now apart from it, do remember that Novak Djokovic has been named as the best Balkan athlete of the year for a record 7th time. From which country he belonged to? He is from Serbia. Now India has recently won total 16 medals in the Commonwealth Weightlifting Championships, which was held at Tashkent in Uzbekistan. So this 16 was divided as 4 gold, 7 silver and 5 bronze. Then also we have seen that David Warner from Australia and Hayley Matthews from West Indies have been voted for the ICC Players of the Month for November. Can you tell me who has become the ICC Player of the Month for December? Answer me in the comments. Then do remember that International Boxing Association has changed its acronym from AIBA to now IBA. And it has promised to adopt a set of governance reforms as to keep the sports inclusion at the 2028 Olympics. Also, Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur formally inaugurated the first ever national level Khelo India Women's Hockey League at Major Dhyan Chand National Stadium in New Delhi. Okay. Now you have to tell me which badminton player has been appointed as the member of Badminton World Federation Athletes Commission along with 5 other people. Question number 7. World Economic Situation and Prospect is the flagship publication of which institution? So World Situation and Prospect is the flagship publication of United Nations, and recently the 2022 edition was launched. So as per the report, the global output is projected to grow by only 4% in 2022 and 3.5% in 2023. Also, it highlighted the robust recovery of 5.5% in 2021. Okay. Now, can you tell me, Guru Ravidas Jayanti is an annual event celebrated in which particular state? So, this is an annual event which is celebrated in Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh, during which Ravidasyas travel to Varanasi in large numbers. Actually, Guru Ravidas was an Indian poet saint of the Bhakti movement and founder of Ravidasya religion during the 15th to 16th century CE. So Ravidasyas believed that Ravidas is their guru, whereas the Sikhs traditionally considered him as one of the many Bhagats, or you can say holy person. Okay. So only thing you have to remember is Guru Ravidas Jayanti is the annual event celebrated in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Now apart from it, International Labour Organization has released its report named as World Employment and Social Outlook. So in this report, the International Labour Organization has projected the global unemployment of 207 million in 2022, and it is almost 21 million more than 2019. You have to tell me, where does the headquarters of ILO lies? Then also we have seen that Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has recently released the State of Forest Report 2021, and the report says that there has been a continuous growth of forest cover in India. Do remember that Telangana has shown the highest increase in forest cover of all the states, and it was then followed by Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. Then the states that were in loss were Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Mizoram and Meghalaya. In short, you can say the northeast. Then the state with highest forest cover is Madhya Pradesh, and it was then followed by Arunachal Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Maharashtra. Fine. Now question number 8. Pench Tiger Reserve is located in which state? So Pench Tiger Reserve is located in the state of Madhya Pradesh, and it was seen in the news because its most famous tiger, named as Kolarwali, recently passed away. So she was born in the year 2015, and also fondly she is called as Super Mom because she gave birth to 5 cubs in a litter, and also she birthed 29 cubs totally and successfully raised 25 of them. Okay. Now apart from it, talking about Madhya Pradesh, recently the Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has decided to set up a tax plan for cow welfare in the state. And he announced this during a review meeting of Madhya Pradesh Gau Palan and Livestock Promotion Board. So the government is planning to impose a surcharge on the products such as liquor and services provided by the local bodies to generate nearly 100 crore rupees to meet the expenses of cow shelters. Also, Madhya Pradesh has decided to implement Mukhyamantri Ration Aapke Dwar scheme, and it will be implemented to benefit the poor tribal families. Now you have to tell me, Gulabo, which has recently died, belong to which particular state? Question number 9. Mana Oru Mana Badi program is implemented in which state? So Telangana cabinet recently approved this program, which is to be implemented in 3 years with a budget of 7,289 crore rupees. So it aims to provide overall development and creation of effective basic infrastructure in schools across the state. And the program is expected to benefit 19.84 lakh children of over 26,000 schools in the state of Telangana. So talking about Telangana, it stood first in the implementation of Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Rural Mission. So do remember that Sanga Reddy and Kama Reddy districts claimed the first and second position among the 300 clusters across the country where the program is being implemented. And aim of the scheme is to promote local economic development, enhance basic services and create well-planned clusters. Now also we have seen that Index on Foundation Literacy and Numeracy has recently been released by Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister. So in the large states category, West Bengal has topped the chart and last was Bihar. And in the smaller states, the topper state was Kerala. Among the union territory, the top union territory was Lakshadweep, and talking about Northeast, the top state was Mizoram. Okay. Now coming to last question, which union ministry launched the Open Data Week? So the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs announced the launch of Open Data Week, which aims to encourage the adoption of open data and promote innovation across India's urban ecosystem. So Open Data Week is part of the pre-event initiatives being undertaken by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs to promote awareness and use of open data. So basically for the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav Smart Urbanization Conference, which is to be held in Surat during February 2022. Then apart from it, the Union Textile Ministry has launched the National Technical Textile Mission in the year 2020, and recently the Textile Ministry has cleared 20 strategic projects worth 30 crore rupees in the areas of specialty fibers and geotextiles under the mission. So the projects of specialty fibers approved include projects in healthcare, industrial and protective, waste, recycling and agriculture. So earlier 11 research projects worth 78.6 crore rupees were cleared by the Ministry of Textiles on 26th of March 2021. Also, the UVC technology was developed by the Ministry of Science and Technology through CSIR, Central Scientific Instruments Organization. And the system is found to be totally effective for mitigation of airborne transmission of COVID-19 virus, and the disinfection technology is installed to combat the COVID-19 pandemic in railway coaches, AC buses, closed spaces, etc. So now it is open for the general rollout for the use by common public. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.